We should have Paul. We should have Paul. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Paul should he has so much to say. Such a beautiful Paul. Walked in here this morning and Sunshine was recording. Hey Justine. Hey Birdfinger. Hey Wes. I just had a key break on the acoustic guitar and I'm like, oh my god. Um should I put in like some machine heads? Hey Rich, what's up? Rich, why'd I call you Rich? Hey Wes, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days. Just you know, um, uh, my thoughts are out there with Chris Lane. Listen, Chris had to go in for some tests. I'm just gonna be mellow about that. But take care of yourself out there, Chris. Cause man, if you get down, if you get down and everything ain't cool, I'm gonna have to come out there, man. Don't make me come out there. Yeah. It's really crazy because we we do this and it's always like, you know, the Facebook is Facebook the fucking YouTube. Fucking Facebook, that was a whole nother thing. YouTube, oh, there you are. There you go. Oh, thank goodness, Chris. Damn it. Then forget everything. But yeah, and it's just a lot of stress, a lot of stress, um, in my life and everything else. Because I have a relatively huge family, and and when you have a huge family, you have to try to get along. And I'm kind of the patriarch of my family. I'm the oldest male of like bazillions of kids and people and stuff, and it's kind of that's a little bit of a responsibility. But it's like, oh, hey man, it just and then uh, I've got my dog laying in the floor, a dog that I've had for you know 10, 15 years. I don't know what how long. And I'm gonna have to put her down, and that's always great. And and then you get your job and just so much stuff, and it gets to be a lot. And sometimes it's hard to come on and be pole vault and stuff. There's Nicole. Uh, thank you. Thank you for coming by and doxing me, Nicole. I just don't. Nicole's my sister from another mother. She hangs out with my sister. She is a very good woman. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird because she's a little girl. She's a little girl, um and that's weird because she's not a little girl. She's a very grown ass woman with a family, and it's so weird. Isn't that weird how that happens? Um, uh, yeah, everything, and and let me go there and I'm done. I'm having some residual. Me and Sunshine had a stomach virus. We did the show last night, and we were both hallucinating that our fever was so high when we were sick Tuesday and Wednesday. And, when we were sick,
Stop it.
to, uh, but, the, um, I was like, we're better. We can push through this. We can push through this. And matter of fact, Valerie Bott, a good friend of mine, was like, "Hey, I can handle it if you don't want to." And I'm just like, you know what? No, we got this. We got this. And and I I realized about halfway through maybe we didn't have it, but we had everything planned and everything. And so after the show, we went to Jack in the Box and got some. I got an ultimate bacon cheeseburger. Okay. I just got over a stomach virus and I was feeling like really, really hungry. I'm like, I'm going to go get a freaking hamburger. And hey Zach, what's up, buddy? Zach's my Zach's a good buddy of mine. You know what? And I want to say something to people. And this is probably not going to be popular. Good thing that this is TMI. Uh, we shouldn't wait until people pass to be nice and say good things about them. You know? I remember, shit, it was just a couple of weeks ago. So crazy, you know. And you know, um, I will say this, um, with and people that know me will tell you, I stuck with one of our friends when some people turned their backs, when they said they didn't want to get involved. I stuck with them. So, try to be nice to people when they're there. It's so easy. And I've had 2 friends pass in the last month that was, that way. And just try to be nice to people. I also have a little bit of problem dealing with, trying to stay out of depression and stuff myself because my health situation. Not trying to point it back at me, but when I'm sitting at work and a lot of things are going on with YouTube and everything else, and all that kind of stuff, and they come in, they're like, "Hey, man, dude, $60,000 worth of PCs just fell off a forklift, and you have to evaluate every little piece, and if you don't catch it, that's on you, man." And and you feel this tightness grow in your chest that it's not good. You're like, I got to stop this. But what's weird is if you tell people I found like, hey, I'm stressing. I need a minute. I can't breathe. They will come and say, hey, what I'm saying is important. Okay? Whatever you're stressing over, just just it was Boomer. I'm not really going to go into this. These weren't my forklift drivers. These were forklift drivers in New York that did this. Okay? And I'm used to them. I know them. If you're used to trade shows, which I'm sure Mr. Lane is, trade shows in New York. In trade shows in New York, none of your people do any work because New York has their own workers. So, yeah, they're going to be paying for this. I don't think they care. You know, yeah, Bird. And they don't care, and that's okay. You know what, Chris? I know what you're saying. You know what? I know what you're saying. I actually know what you're saying. And I'm getting ready to get off of this album here. Me and Sunshine's going to finish this album up, which I was one of my favorite albums until I had to put two songs on it for two of my friends passing, which now makes it not really my favorite album anymore. But what's really going to be cool, I can look forward to. I don't know if anyone saw, you know, me over at Duffy Helm's house the other day. But me and Duffy Helm are going to put out a few tracks. Duffy is with another band, and he's been coming up in some other bands. He likes to play, out in the shows. Uh, um, and he goes out there and he likes to play live. Okay, he likes to play live out in the venues and the bars with them throwing beer at you and stuff like that. That's Duffy's groove. But but it does help, believe it or not. It does help your resume when you're like I'm on like three published albums. So Duffy can go back and say stuff like yeah, replaced by the foot. The cat's still over here. He's over here. But I do love the foot. The foot, the the foot, like I said, um, and sometimes I feel this is I'm just really being dreadful on this show. I tried to keep Sunshine from going into it, but she says a cult. Okay, when she was young, it was I don't consider it a cult as much as Christian extremism. Um, but and I think we all knew those people growing up that had that one Christian friend that wouldn't let them celebrate Christmas or anything like that. But they wouldn't let her go to McDonald's. McDonald's was of the devil. And when I was young, nothing was more pure and wholesome than McDonald's. This brings me like feelings of being a young child and my parents taking me in and me begging them, can I get a hamburger and fries? I want a hamburger and fries and a balloon. And I want to be a little asshole for just a minute because they don't. Well, here's the thing, Zach. The McDonald's was always probably not good for you. But I honestly believe that they may not have known it back then. But the cool thing is, oh, and by the way, Zach, listen. Do you hear that, Zach? And I want to tell you something, Zach. It can be hard to tune one of these. If you ever really wonder why I don't tune the guitars a lot, because a lot of these big boy guitars that have the Floyds on them are a little bit harder to tune than just turning the key up here. I had to get out an Allen wrench and turn things and readjust the tuners down here and everything just so we could have. There's J Dub. Hey, J Dub. J Dub should get a track or two over to me. So hey, Guitar Pit of Horrors. What's up, buddy? You know, your order at McDonald's will be delayed due to the crew. And it is really bad. It is really bad. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing that I think. You know, they did and they didn't care. Here's the thing. When I was young, also, guess what? The dude working at McDonald's supported his wife and kids. Some people supported their wife and kids and had a house working at McDonald's. And dad went to work at McDonald's and mom stayed and took care of the kids. And it was a beautiful freaking thing. You know, mom got to go out if she wanted to and get a job if she wanted to. But you could have a single income family and have a house. Me and Sunshine, hell, you know, she works in the medical industry and I work in the computer industry, IT. And together we barely make our bills. But you know, tell me about the good old days, Spike. I can't do it. I can do it. I can do it. Oh yeah, I did ride in the back of a truck, and I did ride in cars full of Marlboros with no seat belts. You know, and it I get to wondering sometimes, you know. I just wrote my last song, wrote one of my last songs on the album, and the song was it's about, you know, how we all We're all born, we all try to live, and then we die. But the end result from the day we were born is we're going to die. And somehow we try and try and try to be something, to make a difference, to do something. But really, at the end of the day, what is it? And I try not to go to those places. It's just yeah, the only thing you're promised is taxes. When I was young, they told me that. I remember when I was young, they were like, there is no way ever, 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 ever they're going to legalize marijuana. That's not ever, ever going to happen. And I believed them. And now it's not kind of true. But you know what's really weird, man? That uh I I believe we're always going to be paying taxes. I always believe we're going to be paying taxes. And you know, and just always pondering existence is pain, distractions, and tasks release dopamine. Yeah, and me and Duffy, we will make stuff that is more mainstream stuff. Uh, like the Mind Control track off this last album was me and Duffy. Black Widow was me and Duffy. Doing It Wrong. Camellia always gets a kick out of Doing It Wrong. Doing It Wrong was a me and Duffy track. And me and Duffy have been doing stuff probably since the beginning of Pole Vault. And he's really got his shit set up really good right now. And he is really getting some good tracks out of there. I've got some I haven't even listened to yet. So everybody's like, what the frick, dude? Is this? See, this would be. See, that's what. It's we'll say that Duffy's starting to uh go over into the keys a little bit. Well, that's good for Puppy Badass. He seems to do a lot of things just the way he wants to do it, and that's great for his channel. You just don't go to other people's channels, Zach, and tell them what you think that they need to be doing. Because here's Smoke on the Water on one string, Zach. I've been making albums, Zach, for 30 years. And it's not that I won't listen to some advice, Zach, but it has to be from someone that is I respect and I know. And that's great for him. Okay. But it's kind of rude to go into other people's streams and tell them, what you think they need to do. Okay. And that's why he's not welcome here. So that's what I'm saying about that. Because and this was not the only place. All right, and I'm getting along because I do not see him as a problem. Because, like I said, we have stress. I have stress here. Uh, all right. See you later, JW. And we all have stress. And the thing is, I'm going to just start eliminating stuff like that. And I did. And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's how you do it and what you do with it and how you act. If you can't act right, we can't have you here. Duffy is a stress. Yeah, Duffy. No, I was over there. Duffy's. And man, dude, he has so many guitars now. It's all set up, and I got him a new. Well, it's not a new laptop. I had a laptop up at work the other day, and I just sat over there and I was like, uh, uh, stuck with people. No, stabbing me in the back. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not good with it anymore. I'm not even good. I'm not even good. It's really crazy because I get this like it's really thing. It's really crazy, and I am me. I do what I do, and I don't mean to have a lot of people. I do what I do, and if people like to come, and I try to be genuine, I try to hang out and be cool, and I've had people tell me they're jealous. There's people jealous of me. Why would you be that way? Why would you be jealous of another channel? Hey, you know what? Just about any channel I can think of, if they were like, "Hey, Povo, dude, can you push me?" And we help each other up. We help each other up. This is not a competition. It's us against the world. Okay? It's us against the world, not us against us, because that's what keeps us down. You know? And I don't have time for it no more. And it's like I said, uh yeah, Birdfinger is jealous of PewDiePie. I'm sure he stays awake and thinks about you at night, Birdfinger. Uh it's yeah, I try. I really try. I really try. And I will tell you this, Wes, when I was a smaller channel, there was no drama. There was no drama. But the bigger my channel gets, the more it puts a target on my back for every fruitcake that thinks that they need to be me and can do whatever it is I'm doing better. And all I'm doing is being me. And I don't really know if anybody else can be me better than I'm being me. Okay, they think there's some kind of secret to it, some kind of something I'm doing. All I'm doing is I'm sitting up here, and the things I'm saying today would probably wreck most channels. But I'm just being real with y'all because y'all are my friends. And I really do mean that. I hang out with my friends, and I don't care if there's 3 of y'all or if there's 300 of y'all. I will be honest. I'm not even sure I want 300 of y'all. I can't deal with it. Because I'm very close with the people that are in my chat, and I will tell you, y'all see Christina come in here sometimes. Christina H. We were a part of a channel that was small, great, and we got up to around 200, 300 people. But you know what? When it popped and it went up to 1,500 people in the chat anymore, there was nobody knew anybody, know anything, and it was nothing but chasing trolls. Now, the guy made a lot of money. I assume he made a lot of money. I don't really know. Uh, yeah, well, Well, I got you, Zach. No, he's just rude. Okay, that's his problem. He's rude, and I'm not the first person to say that, Zach. A lot of people said that. A lot of people, and I don't have time for that. A lot of people said that. A lot of people said that. But that's another issue. And I'm not going to get dragged down into that because it's not worth it to me, Zach. It's not worth it. It's an ant on my back. I don't care. Um, but I don't want three of me. No way. I want 300 of me. Well, see, here's the thing. Like I said, and do you really want? Because me and Sunshine have talked about, the verticals, running the verticals. But every time we run the verticals, it's freaking insanity. It's insanity when you start breaking like 800 and all that, and it's you know, and I feel crazy for doing the things I do. Like right before the show, I put out shorts that I know are going to be viral. Okay. Um, and like I put out some lizards dancing to the Chemical Brothers. Okay. And that's really hot right now. Well, guess what it says at the bottom of that short? It says pole vault is going live in 3 hours. So it's putting it out to a lot of people that I'm going live in so many hours. And that's more than I really want to do. And it's really kind of crazy because I want quality people, not quantity people. Turn on subscriber mode when you're doing the verticals keeps the show level manageable. And I love me some Wes, man. Hmm. Yes, Zach. After somebody probably had to talk to him, and I'm not going to go on talking about him, Zach. Zach, he did an interview with Valerie Bott, and Valerie Bott, and I want you to go back and look at it, Zach. I want you to go back and look at it, buddy, because you're my friend. Okay, I want you to go back and look at the interview with Valerie Bott, Zach. I want you to listen to it. He said 2 times unsolicited in the Valerie Bott interview while I'm in his little chat. I was invited over to come to his chat because he was interviewing Valerie. I want you to listen to it. Unprovoked, he attacked me 2 times. I don't even know who he is. I don't want to know who he is. He's nobody to me. And I want to keep him nobody, Zach. But I want you, so you can understand what a good guy he is. He attacked me twice. That was a great interview. Go listen to it, Zach. I want you to go listen to it. He said, pole vault is trouble and I don't want him. I don't like him and I don't need him. Okay. He said that in the interview. Unprovoked. I don't even know who the hell he is. And then he said, and then she said something again about pole vault. And you can ask Valerie. Ask Valerie, Zach. I don't even know who he is. He attacked me twice. Then he comes over into my chat and starts asking people what they're doing in my chat. I don't give a damn. Listen, Zach, I'm not going to attack him and I'm not going to get into it because that's more than he deserves. I'm just telling you. I don't want, he attacked me twice there, then came into my chat, started asking people what they were doing in my chat. And then, I mean, he actually asked Jeremy, what are you doing here? Get the hell out of my chat. I should have kicked him out right then. I should have banned him right then. But I let him go on. Then he's like, oh, I hate this. I hate this. Ow, my ears, ow, my ears, ow, my ears. Get out of here. You attacked me twice when I came into your chat and behaved myself just to come see my friend get interviewed. He was rude to me twice there. Then, hey, and you want to ask somebody, Zach, when he came into my chat here, I was contacted the next day by other people that was his friends saying that he was wrong. I don't have time for that, Zach. That's all I want to talk to you about that, Zach. And it was a great interview. Go listen to it. Go and listen to him attack me twice. Go listen to it. I told you about it that day. But here's the thing. Me pretending like he exists is more than he deserves. Yeah, it's it's like I said, I just need to quit the stress, but everybody's so important. You know, it's like that. But anyways, I broke a key off of a acoustic guitar, and yeah, he is a good friend of Ed, Zach. That's why he said that Ed was in the wrong and had to have a talk with Ed. Zach, you need to ask people. But like I said, I'm going to let that go. I want you to understand. He's beneath me, man, and I'm over it. I didn't know him before. I don't want to know him now. Well, I would never go into someone else's chat and start talking shit about their channel while I was in the chat and asking people what they're doing there. What kind of freaking piece of shit does that? I mean, that's where we're going to disagree. And I come in this morning, I'm like, I want to have a low stress. I'm going to cut back on my stress. And then that comes to me. But like I said, I'm over it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Hey, Shelly. There's Anon Mouse. You know, it's really weird. That is really weird. You know, I've only had one person try to cover my stuff, or Leela did something. It's you know, there's. I think it's a little hard to try to do. You would think like spider hippopotamus would be an easy one to cover. Back in the 70s, we had more respect for opposing opinions. Let it be. Yeah. But, you know, I think we're probably, I mean, this would be like, let me see if I can look up one of them. I can show you like, you know, this is more like what me and Duffy do, which will be more like mainstream stuff. Let's see if I can. Black Widow. Like, there it is. This one right here. Let's see if I can get the sound and everything. Like I said, Sunshine's been in the studio this morning. So, okay, this would be more in line with what like a Duffy pole vault song would be like. And well, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Let's see. Okay.
He'll take your throne. Put it in our mouth. Till you are.
That damn waving cat.
Get you
But yeah, so you can kind of see like more mainstream stuff, and that's because me and Duffy, we used to like jam and play in bands previously to any of this YouTube stuff, and it comes across some of our old bands. But yes, the neglect of the waving cat. I'm thinking about just buying a new cat. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with him. The thing is, I stick batteries in him, and it just keeps on saying stuff like, "Hey, the battery's dead," and I'm like, "Wow, I just stuck the battery in. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." But uh, we just did uh me and Duffy also did the mind control on this album, um, which was crazy. But let's see, mind control, and you can kind of tell the flavor of what me and Duffy, how we had sound together. It's a little bit more different and more not, I guess, dark. Yeah, that's my bassy bass. But yeah, that's kind of, and you can tell kind of, it's kind of this southern metal kind of groove thing that we do, and yeah. So I'm going to be doing some of that stuff after this album. Um, and I'm like I said, I'm gonna try to keep things a little light. And as you can see, I actually said it this morning. I was like, as I try to cut down my stress, someone always thinks that their situation needs to be important, and I may need to drop things like my dog needs to be put down today. And I just had a couple of my good friends die, and I've been running a fever, sitting in a 85-degree studio. I need to put that on the back burner because someone doesn't like the tuning of my guitars. which is a lie because before they ever knew him or I ever knew them, in an interview with one of my other friends, for no reason, they had to say stuff, you know? But I need to put that in front of what in my priorities, of my list of priorities, I need to stick that up there because my channel just can't go on if I just do not deal with this. No, I dealt with it. And we're not going to have, I will not. And this is, and this is the truth. And I talked to Jade Starr about this last night. I will not have people attacking other people in my chat. And I talked to Jade about this for a minute. Okay. I will not have, and especially me. I actually put up with people attacking me in my chat a lot more. But you're not going, but doing personal attacks on people. That's why when Smith was here, I had to put lifetime bans on people because they just could not quit attacking him. So, you know, I had to. And so, you know, people are going to attack me. Like I said, I gave them way more chances than I should have. It's probably my fault for letting it go that far. And I can't think of a reason why anybody would do that. Especially someone that you don't know. That'd be just like me, rando, pulling up a channel right now and being like, I don't like the way you do your hair. On my channel, we do my hair. I do my hair this way. Who cares? But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. No, it's all good. But that's the thing. We're all cool. We're all, that's one of the reasons I try to keep things out of my chat. And you'll notice there's some people that will not come in my chat because what they have to agree to when they come in is not to, you know, talk about politics, because I don't like to talk about the things that separate us. I like to talk about the things that bring us together, like McDonald's shoes. McDonald's shoes. I want y'all to know I paid $5 for that. And Sunshine, you could pull up my channel and attack. I could use the views. It's just, you know, the thing is I if I don't stream again this year, I have the hours. Uh I have the hours. Let's see. Let's go over here and we'll go and take a look. Let's go take a little look see. And they really don't like this. But let's see. And you can tell this is just a nightmare. It's always a nightmare. Oh, I can't even believe I'm gonna do this. Hey, Camellia, I don't like the way Pope does his hair. Let's see. As you can see, I'm always clearing a little over 1,000, somewhere between. You can see it's down 10% this month. Somewhere right around 1,100 to 1,400 hours a month. 70,000 views, which, I mean, Rich will tell you that that's not really that insane, because 70,000 could come off of one video. As you can see right here, I got a big peak right here, 9,965 views on one day. That comes from like one viral video kicking off. And, you know, so if this is the 6th month and I'm clearing over 1,000, all right, Wes, and I'm clearing over 1,100 hours a month. In the fourth month, really probably in the third, 3 months, in 3 months of the year, I clear enough to uh uh I clear enough to not stream again. I don't, and that's and it's never been about money with me. It's never been about money with me. Um, and I mean, look at my job. That'll show you right there. That'll show you. Let's see. Uh, is it is it it is. See. Um. Oh yeah. You know what? I saw that thing the other day. I was talking to Sunshine the other day.
Imagine you're frolicking in a field, prancing through long grass, singing fa la la la, occasionally picking a flower, then but a guy in the same field is watching you, about 20 paces away. He lowers his opera glasses, which he was using to watch you, and starts clutching his head and screaming with blind rage because of how much you're pissing him off. That's what it's like to be on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Imagine you're frolicking in a field.
Yeah. That is it. That is it. That is it. You just like sitting here. I'm sitting here with my channel. Don't care about nobody. Just doing my thing, hanging out with my friends. And there's just some rando comes out of the woods. Ah, you're making me mad. I'm just like, who the fuck are you? You know, a little story, and it's about Kanye West. So one time, I was at this thing called COD XP. It's Call of Duty, and Kanye West was there, and I didn't know who he was. Didn't know who he was. You were supposed to have clearance, which security passes to get into the building. He didn't have security clearance on him. I was like, hey, security, can we get this guy over here dealt with and see if we can get his credentials, because he's not supposed to be in this restricted area. And Kanye West lost his ever fucking mind. He thought I guess, I understand who he is now. I just know who he is now, but this was a long time ago. And he was insane because he couldn't believe that I didn't know who the fuck he was. Didn't care. Didn't care who he was, because he was supposed to follow the rules just like everybody else. Of course, in his life, he didn't have to. Oh, he was so mad. He was so mad. Yeah, you don't know who I am. Oh, he was screaming. And the whole rest of the event, they were like, hey, we got to keep pole vault away from Kanye West. And Kanye West was like, I want him gone. And I was like, hey, I want y'all to make sure he has security clearance. So we had to all agree that that me and Kanye had to stay away from each other, because they needed Kanye for the concert. And I'm one of those computer guys that I don't tell people how to do things. And if you get rid of me, your life will go to shit. because I've put back doors into every freaking computer thing that I do that only I can deal with. You get rid of me, you're gonna have you just may as well redo every fucking thing you ever did in your computer world. You kiss your freaking data goodbye, everything. And it's not. I'm not being. It's. We did this, and I was talking. Rich, our Wes over at Rich New Design, he's a coder, and back in the day, I coded a program. I made a program for these marketers, and you put a back door in it in case they don't pay for it. You just say, okay, the new update is bringing your shit down. And it's not because of me, it's because of the lack of me. So, you know, that's the way it did it. But that's why. So Kim Kardashian has a crush on pole vault. I heard something the other day. It was really crazy. It was on a radio station. I heard this. And they were like, can you guess that name? And it was like, and they're like, what is that? And all these people were calling in and guessing Birdfinger. That's exactly what I did, Rich. And that's the way I do my life. In my work. Because you have to. Because if you in the tech industry, if you did things where just they could go hire Bob from, you know, Data Tech Center General to do your job, they would always do that. But that's also why I had to fly around the world and follow stuff around. And the things that seem simple to me, and I am not by far, I'm not the best, smartest IT guy ever. Not even close. Not even in the boat. But I'm going to tell you right now, there was the other day, this guy was like, we're getting no internet. One of the PCs you sent out here is getting no internet. I was like, okay. What does it say? And they told me it's not obtaining a DNS or IP. And I'm like, hey, did y'all plug the Ethernet cable in the back? No, we plugged in the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboards, and it's just not getting internet. What? You plug in the Ethernet, plug in the thing that looks like a big old phone cable in the back so you can get internet. What? I'm sorry, we're going to do Wi-Fi. And I'm like, so, you know, at a professional gaming tournament where milliseconds matter, you're going to do Wi-Fi. Well, sure. That's okay. That's all right. That sounds like a good idea. So you're going to go in and connect to your Wi-Fi network. What do you mean Wi-Fi network? And I was just like, hey, listen, I need to get someone like that can speak like to this gentleman, because we're not speaking the same language. You wouldn't believe. Something in the way, yeah. Ooh. But you know, it's a great one time, and I'm hoping that I get cool stuff. I got like cool guitars. Yeah, it's how you tried turning, but you don't even understand, Birdfinger, how much turning it off and turning it back on fixes. And I will say this, um, I will say this. I told someone the other day, and they were like, "Oh my God!" It was a user on here, one of our friends. They were like, "Oh my God, everything's running so bad and blue screen and everything." And I was like, "Hey, we all smoke. Have you tried cleaning the fans?" And they cleaned their fans. You want to clean the fans in your PC about once a year. Um, the only difference between the dirtiest house and the cleanest house to a PC is the size of the dust particles going in. You want to make sure that and you got to keep your startup cleaned out, I don't put up anything in my startup. I just do not put things in my startup. So many programs, like people, they want to they want to be in the startup. Um, you know, they're special. They're special. So they got, and I don't even know why I had my team viewer just open in that. That's not that's not cool. Why? There you go. But I think it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. I want to be in the background. He would talk about some PC things. Do you know what the worst thing that I've ever found in a PC was? Now, I'm not talking about data. That's a whole nother thing. The worst thing that I've ever found in a PC, Birdfinger, is this guy got and this is back in 97, I think. Wait, maybe 95. I was working in this little computer store, and Windows 95 still needed you to find IRQs and the internet inter interrupt request addresses for certain hardware. And so we had installed a Sound Blaster All32 into this guy's machine, and it cost a lot of money for the card and us to install it. And he was like, "Hey man, I've heard about these things catching on fire and stuff. Can you leave the back slats off of the computer?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, sure." And we yeah. And so we pulled out the back slats because this guy requested it, and a mouse climbed in through the open bay, just like Wes says, and it crawled up on the sound card and apparently got electrocuted and died on this All32 sound card and just like fried on the top of it. And I would say that is the worst thing I've ever found in a computer. Um, I I was one of the first ones on the planet to make what we called a freon based um, water cooled machine. And this was back when we were at a competition for overclocking and at a event called QuakeCon. Hey Matt, what's going on? We're going to try to have a good weekend. I made I made I made computers out of barbecue grills. I made computers out of motorcycles. I made computers out of lawnmowers. Um, uh, and these were what we called mod competitions. And it was like the world mod competition. And I would do that. But so I've placed in. I don't know if this is still true. It was back then. I want a lawnmower computer, and here's what I did, Matt, for the lawnmower computer. I found a lawnmower and I took the motor off the lawnmower, and where the motor was, I mounted the computer. And this was back when the gaming computers are still kind of big. Then I custom painted uh, the computer blue and white. You know what? You know what? Hey, people, why don't we see if we can find it? Let's see. Um, let's see. Lawn mower computer Quake Con. Y'all wouldn't believe this, but I outside of this situation, let's see. In the gaming world, I used to be quite let's see. So many of my mods are in lawnmower computer. See if I can shorten this down. It's always interesting. Let's see. Maybe I can find it with SpongeBob. SpongeBob computer Quake Con. So much stuff. Oh, it's so much. Well, let's see. I know this is very interesting. Patient PC just arrived. I'm off to see if this one will work. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Wes, your video was looking really good the other day. Let's see. BBQ grill. Computer. Oh, here's one. Here we go. This is one of mine. Right here. Let's see if we can look at this. I can't believe I finally found one because I really don't do this much anymore. This was very old. So, do you see that? That's a computer I built right there. It is a barbecue grill. And this is on GameSpy. Let's see. Had to watch out to put my freaking name in here and stuff. But yes, that was one of uh 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 the mods there. I wish I could find the barbecue grill one. I mean, not the barbecue grill, the lawnmower. I actually called it the land mower. Lawn mower. Maybe I'll line it up one of these days. What was it? It was QuakeCon. I was on that GTV. You ever heard of that GTV stuff? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bother y'all with this. It was just a bunch of gamer stuff. But I was in like the top world competitions of computer building, and that's how I got into building mainstream computers for one of the biggest, not at the time, the biggest esports company in the world said, "Hey, can you come build our in-house computers and maintain the fleet?" Um, Xbox One. Yeah, yeah. We got a couple of those, Zach. We have a couple of. Nobody's using Xbox One or PS4s anymore. Though those are trash now. But we have a couple. We have a couple of those. Uh, but I don't even play. You hear that, Justine? Poe just admitted to being a nerd. I'm not, I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I need to shave and pull my shit together. Like I said, I got but here's the cool thing. I want to tell y'all why you're like, okay, pole vault, what was the main thing about the land mower? Why did you think that was a good idea? Well, one of the things is coming into QuakeCon, you had to stand in a line that was probably somewhere around a quarter mile long. Now, I want you to think about carrying a big, giant gaming PC for a quarter mile, moving ever so slowly toward the front of the line until you got in. Well, I put my monitor on top of the land mower and I just walked in pushing my computer. And they said no dollies in the venue. So you couldn't use a dolly or anything with wheels to get in the venue. But I carried my heavy computer just by pushing it like a lawnmower. I really wished I could find that. Y'all would trip on that. But the Freon based water cooled machine was pretty big, and I built that, and it was I placed in a lot of world competitions with that, and you know what? The G4 interviews it was crazy. I was pretty much not much different than I am now, and I'm not even going to go into that. But yeah, I placed more times in world competitions and world computer building competitions than anyone else at the time that I know of. And God knows what happened, because here's what you do. Okay, you do stuff like that until you do things like that until you can do it professionally. Wait, let's see if we could probably see me on with the motorcycle. That one will be on there for sure. There's probably me talking. I was talking in the competition about people huffing gas. Let's see. Motorcycle. Computer mod. Quake. Con. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God, someone's made another one. It's always so crazy. Oh, someone's made another one. Wow. Oh, someone's made another one. This is crazy. Wow. Wow. Hey, Rogue One. So, you know, and Rogue One will remember these. Wow. Wow. And I've got the first one. So, uh, it's so crazy because we're going to go look at this. I made a water cooled, motorcycle. And, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. There's 10 PCs now that they've made, like, and I can't find mine. The guy who originally did it. Wow. Oh God, people suck so bad. Just like always robbing. Uh let's see. Let's go over to YouTube. JW was there when I was there. So crazy. It's my life, man. It's my life. Let's see if I can find that. Um I was also let's see, was it 2000? Let's see. I just Yeah, Todd was there. Let's see. If I can find this and then I can find me actually up on the stage, y'all could see me with short hair and like a business suit shit, kind of as much as I get. So many people. I need to line it up. But then again, who cares? Um, but I just made a lot of PCs. Looks like they're so that's really crazy. That's really crazy. That's really crazy. So computers I made back in early 2000s, now they're copying on their everyday thing. It's crazy. Anyways, that's that. That's okay. I need to get that all together. Uh, yeah. Well, the thing is it's just like, wow. The barbecue grill one was just made over and over. Like, they just kept making um the um one computer over. Maybe they're putting PC. I, so what's the? I see you, man. I see you. So one of the guys that used to like mod, uh, it's like, yeah, yeah. Well, what a day. It it's gonna be okay. I need a cement pond. I do. Uh, it's what it is, Zach, is it's mod computers. I made one that's SpongeBob. I made a pink clown one. Uh, um, oh, hell, there's one sitting right in front of me. Um, so, I'm gonna make a mess here. So, this will like clear up so much stuff for y'all. Okay. All right, see this? See this? So I made this as a this was a computer, a full size, life size computer. And it was as you can see, it had the elf ears on it. And back in the day, NVIDIA, video card company, used to have an elf fairy chick for their logo. Here we go. Turn you down. Now this is does it have a McDonald's foot? It should have a McDonald's foot. But here's what's going to surprise y'all all. There's a game called Doom. D-O-O-M. Doom. And there is a name, and they also made a game called Quake. Right here. Right here. See if y'all can see this. Right here is one of the developers and CEOs of Doom and Quake autographed her boob. Okay? That's a guy named Todd Hollinstead and John Carmack autographed this. And this was a full computer, as you can see. The input ports on the side, and the back is where the PC went in. So I mean, you know, of all the crazy ones, I got one sitting next to me. She sits there all the time. She wears a Peter Pan hat, and she looks at me while I'm like making music, and she's like looking all judgmental at me, and she's like, oh my god, yeah, I have a lot of Doom stuff. I have a lot of Doom stuff. I actually met the guy and talked to him a lot, the guy who made the game, John Carmack, which is kind of crazy because, you know, you just they don't have games anymore where you know the guy who made it. Really interesting thing about Doom is, you know, Doom, how it came about and how it was supposed to not be. It was supposed to be hell, not Mars, and Mars, not hell, and stuff. So, let's see. Yeah. Now I'm gonna really wish I hadn't done any of this. Is it gonna be okay? Okay. Hey, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Hey, look, everybody. It's Boneless Chuck. Look at that. Boneless Chuck. This little naked guy. I just set it there. But, you know, got some glasses. We're always dealing with stuff like this. But, you know, there's no telling what we're going to see today. It's 10:57. I probably should take my meds. No boner for Chuck. And the boneless Chuck was really weird. So somewhere in the 70s, they thought it was a good idea if one of your friends was not, standing up and doing what they were supposed to send them a boneless Chuck. Yeah, I do need to take my meds. Where are my meds? I just don't have any. Everything's so hot in here. So hot in here. What a great show. Is there anything I have not covered and like griping about? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have ate last night. But I'm going to start following Wes's thing. I'm just going to start just cutting it loose and just hanging out with people like Michael Songs, being happy all the time. I don't even think I've ever seen Michael not happy. I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure. One day back in 89, Michael had a blowout on his bicycle. Yeah. One day back in 89, Michael had a blowout on his bike. He said, I need some help with this. And this guy said, I'll do something that you will like. And he patched his tie and went away and said, hey, Mike, you have a good day. And Michael's song said, hey, you son of a bitch, don't call me Mike. Hey, you son of a bitch, don't call me Mike. He said, but I fixed your bicycle today. I fixed the tie and went away with a patch. And all I had to say was, have a good day with that Mike. Michael's song said, don't call me Mike. Don't call me Mike. That makes me mad. Don't call me Mike. Then one day in 2026, this idiot named Pole Vault would sing a song about it. He would say the guy was saying Mike. Michael says, no, don't you ever say that again. The guy was my friend. That was a song about the one time that Michael Songs got mad. And it was because someone called him Mike. Hey, David. David, wake up. I was promised some Waffle House, but Pole Vault delivered day old chili. Oh, yeah, I know. Hey. Okay. All right, y'all just stay right there. Stay right there. I know I promised y'all some stuff and stuff. Y'all be cool. How does that happen every time? It's gonna be all right. All right. Hey, come here. I want to come here. No, everybody wanted to see you. I don't want to see anybody. No, you gotta come in here and talk to everybody. What? You're gonna buy me some beer if I gotta come in there. Tell me that guy David's not in here. Yeah, David's in here. I don't want to talk to David. Dude, you got to. I don't wanna. Man. Come on. You got to. God. David, what did you do? What did you do? You got to come up here. Everybody has been worried about you, and they want to see what you have to say. You have to come up here. David, what the hell do you want? My sister Pearl is at someone else's house right now, David. If you were standing on business, Pearl would probably be here and be talking to you, David, but she's not. What can I help you with? Everybody's always like, this, that. You know what? I don't have a lot of time to be messing around and playing around. Because like Sunshine will like hit me. Please don't hit me, Sunshine. She hates when I do that. Paul, why does Sunshine hate you so much? I don't know why she hates me. I love Sunshine so much. And I'm like, Sunshine, can I please come out on the show? She's like, no, Pearl can come out. That bitch Pearl, she ain't never done nothing for nobody except for David. David left her at the damn jailhouse one time after a bingo game. Paul, tell everybody why you think Sunshine is always being mean to you. I tell you why Sunshine's always being mean to me is because I have blonde hair like hers, and she says that, that only her and Chris Lane can have beautiful, manageable blonde hair. And Justine has got pretty. I like Justine's hair too, but I mean, look, Chris Lane, Sunshine, Justine. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. That's what beautiful hair looks like. Hello, 15 seconds trivia. I like that channel. That's a really nice channel. Yeah. And the thing is I just bleach my hair a little bit. I like to be like, like Kurt Cobain or something. And I go down to the racetrack and I'm like, hey girls, I'm just like Kurt Cobain with a 40 ounce. And they're like, you know what? I tell you what, Paul, if I can share that 40 ounce with you, I'll go and get in the back of my car with you and Paul! What? Paul, you cannot be saying stuff like that on my channel. Well, they asked me, and they were like, hey, I want to see what's going on. And David just called me a crybaby too. I am not going to be going for all this. That hair looks yellow. Zach, that is beautiful blonde hair. And crybaby Paul. Paul, you made me come up here and I ain't gonna I ain't gonna put up with this. I ain't gonna put up with this. I don't have to. You made everybody talk bad to me. I am a player, though. I am a player. Hey, Pookie, you know what time it is. Woot woot, woot woot, woot woot. Paul in the house. Paul in the house. Uh, uh. Yeah. You know, I don't know what it is. Me and the ladies, I tell you what, I I tell you what, sometimes I drink most of the 40 ouncer and I pour some water in it before I even let it share my 40 ouncer with the lady. And I, I love you, Michael Songs. And you know what? It's people like you that makes the world go round. I love you, Michael Songs. And you know what? I I'm gonna I'm gonna David, you and Justine, it's Pookie. Y'all could learn a thing or two from Michael Songs. Some kind of self-service lover. Listen here, Birdfinger. I don't go down to the damn dirt track and buy a beer so I can play with myself. I just Povalt, make it stop. Just make it stop. Okay, Paul, that's good. Okay, you've done well. Whew, God, that's a tough crowd. They're pretty tough on Paul. Trivia question: uh, what is the smallest country in the world? I bet it's going to be one of those little bitty. Pookie says Luxembourg. I bet it's going to be one of those like self-proclaimed islands. Like there's this guy that bought an island off of the coast of Canada, and he called it Morocco, Vatican City. It's always weird. That's about 20 minutes. We'll never get back. uh this the thing there was like this one little bitty tiny island uh that all these like they let this guy say there was this country. What was that guy's name? Something Epstein or something, I don't know. Oh no, he didn't know, but I'm serious. There was some like island they said was a country or something, I don't know. Doggerland. Doggerland. Yeah, you know, um and that's something about my dog. I let my dog go way too long. I got to see how I'm going to deal with that. Um I just did not want to put my dog down. I just really didn't. God knows she's probably needed to be put down for a year. Um, you can't come in my house; she will eat you. I worry sometimes she's kind of blind. She might eat me. Texas is the smallest country in the world. Texas kind of big, man. Um, I need to go down to my land. Uh, the answer is C, Vatican City. Ding 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 ding. I guess. Uh, 15 second. Let's see. Let's see. I guess. See, there's always. Smallest country in the world is Vatican City. It is only 109 acres. Um, you would think that it would be one of those islands, though. The second smallest country in the world, Monaco, and then Nauru. Uh, so Vatican City, that is the smallest. See, uh, and this is the one that would be arguable, the smallest country in the world, and like I said, it's very arguable, um, because some people don't recognize it as a country. Uh, it's this little freaking place where only one guy lives, but it's okay, because that's probably not a good answer. Not a good answer. Not a good answer. Uh, yes, I do have more than one dog. David, I have, you've probably seen Maggie before. Maggie is Chunk's mom, and you point a phone toward her and she will get you. You point anything toward Chunk's mom and she will get you. Uh, as she's gotten older and blind, she will get you. And I'm going to say this, also. I thought that that was going to be the only breed of dog I was ever going to have ever again in my life. Um, but I will see. I can't. I can't handle dogs that are just going to live like 10 years. So the bigger bulldogs, like Maggie is what they call a Valley Bulldog, which is half English Bulldog. You know those smashy, and boxer. And I will say this from having the breed for me and Sunshine's had the breed for probably 20, 30 years. And they just don't last long. They but are, I guess everything's relevant, right? But the older I get, the harder it is on me when my dogs pass. Now, when I got Maggie, as y'all know, I deal so well with death. I had my dog Buster die, and Buster looked just like Maggie. And um, and when Buster died, everybody was like, "Oh my God, like you gonna grieve Buster or something?" Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And I went and got a dog that looked exactly like Buster. But the thing, here we are, here we are 10 years later and she's dying. And see, uh, greyhounds can live 20. That's the bad part, Justine. My first dog I ever had in my life was a greyhound, and it was such a bad dog. It ran away. It ran away and got in trouble all the time. All the time. All the time. You could not keep a greyhound in a pen. And I'm talking a big giant pen with a roof on it. It still climbed the walls and went through the roof. But Chunk is probably my soulmate dog. I've had Chunk was not supposed to be born. So Maggie and Hank. So see, we hadn't even talked about Hank. Okay, and Hank is pretty bad too. Hank will bite you too. And Hank is just right, almost as old as Maggie. But for some reason, he's in just a lot better. He's going blind. For some reason, it seems like dogs, I guess, and people. That dog's taking that. When they get Hank the cow dog. No, he's the same kind of dog. Um, well, Hank and Maggie were supposed to be fixed. Okay, they're supposed to be fixed. And then one day Maggie starts getting big, and we're like, what the hell's going on here? We go to the vet, and they're like, uh, uh, what? I should try to get a brand with the strings. You know what, Zach? I was thinking about getting with a real shitty guitar company and trying to get a signature series. I mean, come on, there you go. But so Hank is Chunk was not supposed to be born. Chunk was supposed to be impossible. His mama was supposed to be fixed. For like 4 or 5 years that she was alive, she never had a baby with Hank. Never. And we're like, they're humping. No big deal. They're both fixed. Ha ha ha. Y'all have a good time. Y'all are both fixed. Ha 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 ha. Then we had Chunk. So, yeah, there was a puppy there. Yeah, 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 yeah. It was weird. That was weird. God, that was so long. That was so a while ago. God, and Chunk had no arms. So Chunk could not. He was shaped like a sausage, and his little arms could not. All the rest of them were like tall, like the rest, like boxers, like they're supposed to be. But this one was short, and his little legs could not touch the floor. But he was the bully. All the rest of the dogs were runts because he just stayed on the boob the whole time. Then we got Jeff. Jeff was a cat that has 2 toes. That was, 2-toe Jeff. And so Chunk was actually brothers with Jeff the cat. And so, we have a weird life, but and it's a hard decision because I just and a bunch of people are like, Pole Vault, you really probably should have done something and put your dog down sooner. And then a lot of people understand, like, hey, you love the shit out of your dog. You didn't want to kill your dog. I don't want to, but she's not doing well. And you know, had to deal with that. And I'm gonna tell you what, and I seen Chris Lane at the beginning of the show. Chris Lane's doing good. I'm gonna tell you what, when I heard Chris Lane was doing bad last night, my gut just sank. I'm like, oh, jeez, please, God, no. Uh, so I'm gonna follow my own thing and be nice to people while they're here. And I'm gonna tell you, uh, Chris, you better take care of yourself, dude. Uh, you know, well, and it's I want. Is there a possibility that is it a possibility that we can get life to just go on hold for a minute? It's kind of like um, I used to box Golden Gloves back from the time when I was about 14 to 17, and I would equate my life right now to a point of needing a standing 8 count. Okay, I need life to get off me and beating the crap out of me, and just get the referee in there for a minute and give me a breath of air so I can stand up and get my second win so I can start going again. uh but I will say In my gloves career, that never really happened. But I can imagine it, because I used to beat people like that, I guess, when I was in Golden Gloves. If the referee didn't pull me off, I'd beat the holy smoke out of them. Because I didn't want them to get back up and hit me. Uh, I actually got paid in beer. I actually got paid in beer and Golden Gloves. They would pay me to fight other people when I was, like I said, from 14 to 17. Grown ass men giving me cases of beer to get in the ring and spar with people. So I was like, there you go. Just go with the punches. Well, here's the thing, though, Zach. You go with the punches, they gonna beat you down and just keep beating you down, beating you down. I go with the punches pretty good myself. Uh, yeah, but like I said, I just need a little bit of a break. Got so much stuff I need to go down and deal with at the farm. Uh, I've played at clubs that paid in beer. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, Sonic Grace. Um, I'm here in Texas. I think you're in Texas also, Sonic. There's a place over in Oak Cliff where they had the Golden Gloves. I was 14, 15, 16, and 17 years old with grown ass men giving me a case of beer. And I knew it. Just don't let life bite your ear off in the boxing ring. That would be the middle of it. That'd be the middle of it. Uh, but it was a different time though. I remember. Did this tell you how old it was? It was like I remember before they gave you DWIs. I remember if you go look on YouTube, you can see the commercials. They're like, they want to be able to pull us over and see if we've been drinking. That's an invasion of my privacy. The guy is just like loaded. And they're like, yes, vote no against like letting police pull you over to see if you're drunk. He's like, it's none of their business if I've been drinking. And I'm like, wow. The guy like grabs his freaking Budweiser, gets back in his car, smoking a cigarette with his kids and lays rubber. Hey, I think about it now. I think about it now in a day in my life, back in a day in my life in about 76. I remember 76 is 50 years ago. Back in 76, because it was bicentennial. And I was thinking about this the other day. A day in just one day, non-edited, not trying, a day in the life of a 1976 person would just trigger the shit out of anybody now. So, I'm going to go out in my front yard and going to shoot the sky for the 4th of July and freedom. Bloom, bloom, bloom. Bicentennial 200 years of America. Boom, boom, boom. Give me a beer and a cigarette. I'm going to go lay some rubber up and down the street. And I swear I'd see something. That reminds me of a story. I don't even know why I'm going to tell this one, but and here's the thing. I've got to quit being susceptible to bad stuff happening to me, I do have the paddle boat, Pokey. I do have the paddle boat. It's out in the backyard killing grass. But this is back in I would like to say about 78, 79. uh, this guy pulls up to me and my buddy Andy, and we're on bicycles, and the dude is totally naked in his car, and he's like, hey boys, come here. We're like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, you want to see something? We're like, sure. What do you got, like a big fish or something? Look at this. He opens his door and he starts playing with himself, and he's like, jack off. And me and my buddy were just like, dude, I still laugh about this day. What an idiot. What an idiot. And when we started laughing at him, he was like, what are you laughing at? I'm horny, and we're like, you're an idiot, dude. You're such an idiot. Then we were like, and he burned out because he got mad at us because we're like, wow, dude, you got a little dick and stuff. You're running around naked. And it was funny. I'm laughing at it still. And I'm thinking, what was this guy thinking? Like, and I guess we were about 11 or 12 years old. And we were just like, what are you thinking, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then we went and told our dads. And our dads were like, we're going to get him. You don't understand what he's done. We're like, and then like the whole city was out to get him and stuff. And it was just, it was, I guess somebody else would have been emotionally scarred by it. I still laugh. I laugh my ass off about the shit. It's just, and I told the story about the same guy who was with Andy. He mooned this lady. This lady was like, he came at me with his butt and tried to assault me with his butt. And he was crying, and the police officer had him, and he had a banana bicycle seat, so he could pull down his pants and hang his butt out. And the police had me and him, and they were like, so Pole Vault, Miss Bounds said that Andrew tried to come at her with his butt. Somewhere, please tell us the truth about what was going on. And the cop was even smiling. He's like, was Andrew mooning Mrs. Bounds? And I was like, no, he was going right at her with his butt. And my dad comes down and he's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are the cops down here getting you? What are the cops doing to my son again? What are you doing? And they're like, well, sir, it seems that Andrew mooned Miss Bounds. And my dad's like, and y'all came down here for this? Well, she called us and said that he was coming at her with his butt. My dad's like, what does my son have anything to do with this? And they're like, well, he was a witness. And even my dad understood this was a bad thing, okay? My dad was like, why would y'all listen to anything he's going to say about this? My dad's like, y'all are grown men. This boy mooned this lady. Y'all do whatever it is y'all are going to do. There's no crime here. And she's like, oh, but there is, Mr. Vault. This child here came at me with his butt. And I'm like, it's true, Dad. It's true. Andrew went right at her with his butt. My dad grabbed me by the arm and shook me like a maraca, like, and I'm like, stop. And I was laughing, even though my dad was, and I know everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Pole Vault was getting abused. My dad was about this close to pulling the belt on me, okay? And I was still laughing. Knowing that I was facing the belt, okay? And I was still laughing, saying, he was going at her with his butt. Save her, save her. The cops were like, he has to quit saying that, because if he keeps saying that, Andrew's going to get in a lot of trouble. You know, I was like, okay. I finally said, I think Andy's pants were like slipping a little bit, and all you could see was his crack, and he just showed Miss Bounds his crack, and she went all mental and called the police. And they were like, okay, that's enough. And my dad was like, he wouldn't let me like go anywhere. Like it was like on a freaking Saturday, and I wanted to go skating that night. He's like, you're staying at home. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm not the one who stuck their butt out at Miss Bounds. You know? The evolution of a Trovalt. No. It was funny. It was funny, Pookie. It was funny. You had to be there. It was funny. The Andy guy was always doing funny stuff, and it was so funny. He doesn't think it's funny anymore. It's really funny that he doesn't think it was funny anymore. I hope I get a really good deal. I'm thinking about putting hey Treach. Andy did have a powerful butt. Y'all want to hear something funny? This will give you an idea of what year it was that he was doing this. Y'all are going to get a good kick out of this. Okay? When Andy when Andy had his butthole hanging out at Miss Bounds, he was singing, I am the eye in the sky looking at you. I can read your mind. So I don't know if y'all have heard that song, I am the eye in the sky by Alan Parsons Project or something, but that's what he was singing while he was mooning her. I'm the eye in the sky. I'm like, why? You know? Why? Yeah. Yeah. Gary Wright. Did you know Gary Wright is the first person to in that time to make a album with no guitar on it to hit like #1 with the song Dream Weaver? There is no guitar in the song Dream Weaver. With the main lyric in Dream Weaver is ooh, ooh. Do you think he wrote that down? Ooh, Dream Weaver. You know, I guess the radio played it over and over and over and over again. Yeah, in his bling, 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 all that. I think I need to. You know, when I'm sitting here, it's like 11:36. Sunshine said that she was going to. It sounded like a bovine. It'd be like, ooh. Moo Weaver. Let's see. Um, let's see. I'm gonna switch. See, you get the nice, smooth, sexy sounds of pole vault through the board. See, I can like put on the effects here. Effects. I can do that on my board. Happy Saturday, Berry. Why, thank you, kind sir. Happy Saturday to you. Now, let's see if I can switch over. Now, last night we were having problems with this other microphone. Let's switch over to it and see how it is now. Audio. Let's go. Let's go over here. We're going to go. Oh, hello, everyone. This is the smooth sounds of pole vault. See, I don't think this is probably the smoother sounds. And see, I want to tell y'all, Sunshine says she doesn't do this, but there's a setting on the back. Y'all see? Do you see the setting on the back? That is the setting on the back. And that's for directional, bidirectional, all that kind of shit. And yeah, so I need to. Are y'all hearing me good through this one? Are you lonesome tonight? Can y'all hear me get to this one? Wow. Is there anything I haven't done today? I might just go delete this whole stream afterwards. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Over and out. Are y'all just trolling me? It's a little low, little low, little low, little low. Let me switch this. And that is always. I remember Jade Starr doing this for me one time. Microphone access, blah 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 blah. You want to make sure that the talking microphone that you're on, that you do this kind of stuff on, you want to make sure that it is set as your default microphone. Okay, microphone, HyperX, HyperCast, volume. Let's go ahead and let's raise it up to 75. Better? Is that better? Can you feel my heat, bird finger? Feel. That's so we're a little better there. And you know, it's if you look these HyperX up, two better saturated. Oh, bird finger, not better. Oh no. Oh no. Let's go into sound settings again. Let's go down here. Okay. How about 54? 54. Number 54. Number 54. Come in, number 54. Car number 54. 54. Can you hear me? Ding ding. That was my nips. How's that? Hello. Did the rapture happen? Did the rapture happen? Not better. Not better. Well, I'm just glad that's better. Okay. Well, see, I'm not gonna. I need to get the room ambiance going. And you know, here's the thing. I will tell you this. I did have a better time when I plugged like my headphones directly in to 54 works. Okay. When I would plug my headphones into the Stan Dreamweaver. Ooh, Dreamweaver. Think you can make it through the night. That was like, that song was like in every bar back in the 70s. It was really, 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 there. Train. Let's see. We had to get. Let's see. We had to get back over there. It's let's see. Dreamweaver, Dreamweaver, Dreamweaver. I think you can make it through the night. Ooh, Dreamweaver. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I get something really cool. It's gonna be like cool today. I want to get something like, you know what? Here's something I was gonna have to deal with today. Like I said, I'm thinking about. I just got like guitar parts laying all over the place, and I'm thinking about putting some of these hardcore guitar tuners in an acoustic guitar, because the acoustic guitar, I just don't know if it'll make it all the way through there. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. The acoustic guitar just has shitty keys on it. A lot of acoustic guitars have shitty keys on them. I just hate dealing with the acoustics. What is this one? This one. I don't want to go to the Tire Center. But you can see where the key broke off the end. Ha ha. Great. Hey, Chris. Yeah. So, and these kind of keys right here, I'm this guy. I went to a guitar, the local mom and pop, and he was like, I want $40 for replacements, and I'm like, I'm not sure that this guitar is worth $40, dude. Quit sweating me. You just gotta beat on it. Beat on it. Y'all ever heard that song before? Y'all ever heard that song before? You know why? Because I just made that up. You like that? Thank you. Thank you. Someone said that I think Chad was going off the other day about Paul McCartney had made a new song, album or something. You can't ever tell what the hell Chad's doing. I should have yeah, it was Chris. Um and I should have it's a little late now. You know, one of the things you used to just give me a good chuckle is you know, when we would all go over and Mr. Smith just loved the tranquil massages, you know, like the tranquil massages. Uh and uh and he used to always be a little leery of the assless chaps. And you know, oh the times we went through. And like I said, yeah, tranquil touch, yeah, that's it. You know, and we had I'm gonna tell you what, me and him had some long time nights, and it didn't have to be that way. And you know, if I can learn anything from the whole situation, is it just didn't have to be that way. You know, it was just always someone or something. And, I mean, like I said, it was just about a month ago, a little over a month ago. I had to. Justine knows I had to get rid of someone just being shitty to Mr. Smith in my chat over something they think happened years before. I'm like, what the hell? Just got done chatting a new premiere. Oh, everybody go there. Drop your link, man. Mountain Man putting out a lot of music. It's really cool, you know. And when you get into that, yeah. And the thing is, Justine, is like I said, I was, you know, does anyone know who the oldest member of my channel is? Do you know who's been the member of my channel longer than anyone else? The first member of my channel. There's some trivia for you. It was Mr. Smith. And then Pookie. And you ask, and David was in here. You know David and Pookie and Mr. Smith when I wasn't monetized? When I wasn't monetized, they did not stop being a member. YouTube was like, stop being a member of this person. They're not monetized anymore. We're not taking money from y'all. End your membership now. End it. And a lot of y'all was like, fuck that. And still, and you know, it's always easy to be someone's friend, you know, when things are going all right, you know. I mean, look at me. I hang out with Sunshine all the time. She's probably watching the end of this. She's like, oh God. No, don't hit me like Paul. She's gonna keep me and Paul up under the staircase. Sunshine makes me and Paul stay under the staircase when I say bad stuff. Of course, she always gets mad and says, "We don't even have a staircase." That doesn't mean that she doesn't want to put me and Paul under the staircase. It doesn't mean that. If we had a staircase, I'm sure she would put us under there. But she is. I will tell y'all this. I was discussing with someone the other day. One thing you can say about Sunshine, as well she should. Pokey, you don't. No, Pokey, I'm not going to be under the staircase. One thing about Sunshine, I will tell y'all, she's super duper duper nice. If you're not pole vault. But someone was saying the other day, and this has nothing to do with YouTube. Nothing to do with YouTube. Okay, this was in our personal life. And this person was like, well, couldn't Sunshine see that this person was pure evil? And I'm like, no, because Sunshine always sees the good in people. And they were like, but it's Chad Freeman. And I was like, I know anybody could see that. I told Chad yesterday, if y'all talk to Chad, I talk to Chad all the time. Chad is evil. Yes, Mountain Man. I talk to Chad every day, and I told him, I'm like, dude, quit messing around, man. It's time for you to get back. And he keeps piddling around. He's like, he keeps finding, I gotta get, I gotta get internet, and I gotta get it almost. I'm like, dude, take some time off from killing baby seals and come back. I think that if he was to come back, he would forget all about the baby seals. And I'm like, Chad, why do you kill baby seals? Dude, they're so cute and adorable, and I love them. I want to hug them and cuddle and take a nap. And he's like, because they can't run away, pole vault. I'm like, oh, Chad. I'm bossy. I, you know what? I might be a little bossy to my friends, Pookie. I'm doing it for your own good. Doing it for your own good. Hey, Pookie, you got to move today, I think. Are you going to move today? You know what, Pookie? Hey, listen, if Kevin has you moving today, tell homeboy he has to come off with some pizza, man. Some pizza and some beer. And it just be cool. I'm bossy because I care. Maybe I should tell Chad that pole vault can't run away either. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And you know, and everything's gonna go. It's gonna be okay. Hey, we got tonight. We got I'm really hoping Rich, which I don't know. Wes, Rich new design. I need to like. We need to make a name for him. You know, but I'm really excited. I think they're going to come back on Sundays. Really excited for some of the stuff they got coming up. Him and G May and Wes are starting to line up some stuff, and I'm starting to see him get excited again. And I really like that. And I'm gonna tell you what, I just want to give a shout out to Frank Terzo, Lori's Mishmash, and Wes and Justine. Y'all do so much for the community, and so much for healing the community and promoting what we do and being very unselfish. And G May, and we get in there and I just really, yeah. And I mean, you're so unselfish and you put that out there. And like I said, I really feel good about the way things are going. And I'm going to tell you, I saw your video the other day. It was right on time. And I was like, man, dude, all it's going to take is for the twig to snap. And this is going to go, it's going to go up there. Hey, Ashley, what's going on, girl? But you know, and you know, and Frank's out there, and he is like he puts everybody out there. He puts everybody out there. Um, and Justine's, you know, so when I go on Justine's, it feels like I'm just popping a balloon. Because I can talk about, you know, things I wouldn't talk about on my show, and Justine's like, "Oh, thank you for that, pole vault." Hang out with E Urban and stuff. Um, so weird. I've hung out with E Urban forever, um, and it's always great. And I tell you what, it, it I just thank God for so much, or your higher power, whatever. Just, you know, you are kind of the boat that helps me go down shit creek, and I appreciate it. Uh, and I'm always really, really, really um, happy because you don't know sometimes, um, and you have to be careful out here because you know, uh, sometimes you can say something and just kill somebody's freaking buzz and kill their day. But I will say this: a lot of times, y'all say things to me that you're not even aware of that bring me up. You might need a new phone number. What? Pookie? No, 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 no. I always got to be able to like say, uh, yeah, I call those people booger eaters. Yeah. And it's just not necessary, man. It's just not necessary to be mean. You know, and I try to, and I try to not do it myself, okay? Like this guy cut me off in traffic the other day, and he was a dumbass. He didn't know better any better. And I told him he was a dumbass, and I think I ruined his day. Maybe I should have said, sir, that was very inconsiderate driving. That's a nice jacket you're wearing. Please have a nice day. But instead, I was like, get out of my way, you dumbass. You almost killed me. I need to learn. I need to learn. I'm fixing to go to sales right now, Ryan. Man, I got right down to playing Ryan's song, man. Dude, I'm gonna freaking throw Ryan up at the very beginning of next week. Ryan is my buddy. Boy, Ryan makes me so happy. I'm going to tell you what, I was just talking about people that bring you up, people who make you feel better in life. And it's so much, I want everybody to understand it's just as easy to say something nice as it is to say something horrible. And, you can bring, booger isn't a swear word. That is good. That's good. That must be why Valerie always tells me I got a booger on my face. Now I gotta think I got a booger on my face. You need to go back to calling people spotted dick. I did call somebody a spotted dick just the other day, Pookie. It is road rage is zero sum. Just smile at yourself. It scares the shit out of the other folks. Birdfinger, you don't even have to smile. You just look at them and it's going to scare the shit out of them. The hell? I don't even know what to think sometimes, Bird. I don't even know. I don't even know what to think. I'm just scared. But you know, like I said, just think y'all should try it today sometime. You know, if you see someone or something, just randomly say something nice about them. You know, and and watch what comes back to you. You'll notice that good things will come back to you if you put good things out there. I'm fixing to go tell Sunshine I like her boobs. And I think that'll be a compliment. Usually, and you know how she is. I try to be nice to her. She'll probably be mean. She'll probably be like, please stop it. I'll be like, do you smell my car? Okay. Hey, everybody. What a weird show this has been. Hey, there's probably not another day. There's not a day that won't go over my head that I don't think about Mr. Smith and know that he influenced me in what I do and how I live. And I want y'all to go out there and say something nice to people. Be good to one another, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good day.